Oh, got a Defcon knife. And it says Defcon, surrender nothing. Then it says jungle knife. So is the model a jungle knife? Model number is TF6010BK. Man, let's get after it. Hold on. Is this box spin? Oh, it actually did pretty good for such a big old box. All right. Nice cleaning cloth in there. Okay. And it's got a little sack. Comes with a wrench. We'll just keep that in there. There's the knife. There she is. Okay. Man, let's get rid of all this. There's a lot of stuff here. Barked at me. All right, what do we got going here? G10. Standard steel. Recessed pocket clip. It's got a steel, I believe steel, backspacer, steel liners, and it's got a back flipper. Let's check it out. Oh, look at this. What kind of steel is that? Does it say? Doesn't say. Oh, there it is. 14C28N. See it down here? It's hiding right there. Yeah, that's the model number, though. It's a TF8010BK. And I guess the model's a jungle knife. Defcon jungle knife. Lots of badging. But here's the neat thing about this one. Maybe you're noticing, like, how do you unlock it? It's not a liner. It's a pivot button. Look at this thing. Oh, man, that's pretty smooth. It's got a little bit of button stick or something going on there. Looks like a front flipper. Oh, how about a reach over? Yep. Come on, man. Get that button. Get that front flipper. There it is. I mean, once you know where, it's pretty intuitive and pretty snappy. Yeah, pretty neat. I wonder if I can fail this. Let's try. Yeah. Well, part of it is because I'm catching this other tab. So I got to do it enough to get out of the way. Yeah, see, I'm catching it again. I mean, it's running pretty darn good. Let me just put it that way. Pretty free. I mean, yeah, pretty cool. Have no idea what we're going to run into here, but man, let's get in it. Let's do the irresponsible thing and take it apart. Yeah, why not? T8. Ooh, careful with that. Yeah, just used to kind of grabbing the pivot and ill-advised. Have no idea what's happening here. I know this. It's covered in oil. It's got an interesting pattern there. I don't know if it has any significance, but I mean, we're definitely loose up top here now. I'm going to go slower than normal because I don't know what I'm dealing with. I wonder, should I take this off and remove the button? I think I'm going to try that. Is that a T8 or a T6? That's a T6. Yeah, there's like a collar. There's the spring. Ooh, that is light duty. Be careful with that. Wow, there is a lot of stuff going on in there. There's a button fell out. It looks pretty symmetrical. I don't think there's any concerns about it going a certain way, but it's got tension forks and, man, there's stops, built-in blade stops in the blade. I think the next best thing here is let's get a scale off. Let's go from this side. I mean, am I getting in over my head here? Maybe. Yeah, everything's releasing now. I can feel it. And it's under tension. I'm going to move that pocket clip out of the way. And there's the pocket clip screw, recess screw. Yeah, everything is crumbling in my hand. It's completely coming apart now. I mean, there's nothing special here. It's just a scale with a liner, metal liner. Here's a blade with a bearing, face in on the bearing. Nothing interesting on the other side or abnormal. I mean, nothing that I got to make a mental note of. Now, there's a lot of oil going on in here, so we're going to get all that cleaned out of there because that can't be good for the action or anything else in the knife. So now it's all these pieces and parts here on this side. That fork. This pivot is coming out and it's captured. That's good. So it only goes one way. Pardon me. Looks like that bearing can come. And it looks like in order for me to continue disassembly, I got to go here. So let's just do it. I mean, penny pound, you know what I mean? Well, now the knife is completely free and disassembled, so I want to lift this scale up and see what I'm dealing with under there. There's at least 2 parts here, maybe more. There it goes. Okay, so that pin goes down over the top of this little fork and it holds that fork down. Yep, I'll bet you it just pops out though. I'm gonna check right now. I say I bet you it pops out, but it didn't move an inch. I mean, maybe I should just wipe it down and not mess with that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because that thing didn't just come right out, so I don't know. Is it pressed in there? And I definitely don't want to force it. So I mean, I'm far enough apart that it's going to make for interesting video. You know, can he stay tuned? Same bad channel. Will he be able to get it back together? Well, I mean, we know I'll get it back together, but will it function? Man, that's going to be the question. Can I get it back together and make it work? Is this titanium? I think this is titanium. Yep. Or aluminum, but I mean, I'm going to guess titanium. Oh, yeah, it was a lot oily in a lot of the wrong places. Let's get this off because I know, yeah, look at all the oil under there. Yeesh. I mean, interesting. It does, I will say it definitely doesn't like appear to be heavy use built. How about that? Is that a nice way of saying it looks like on the light side with some of this? But I mean, is it really even somewhat considered to be like a get busy, put in some heavy work knife? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything about this neat little executive knife that says, hey man, I'm capable of putting in hard work. And a lot of this oil, like this stuff here on this liner, is that thick, sticky, like bearing grease type of oil. Ugh. It's like sticky on your fingers and, you know. Yeah, I mean, all this seems pretty locked in here. All right. Blade, bearing. Yeah, so I hate to see this, but when they profiled the blade stop right here on the back of the blade, they burnt the steel. I mean, is that a big deal in that particular spot? I don't know, but they definitely burnt it. Little details, man. Wonder what this pattern's about. Why it's got that pattern in it. It's kind of interesting. Lots of little parts, man. Hope I remember where everything goes. Is this, I mean, it appears plastic, but I think it's titanium. I think it's steel. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not plastic, so that's a good revelation, right? Or discovery. Almost there. I'm going to have to figure out where do I put oil too, besides the bearings, if anywhere. Because it had oil everywhere. Yeah. So there's a couple of models of this knife. I'll talk to it in when I talk about price and availability, but there's a upgraded version of this in titanium and I believe S35VN steel. Kind of cool. All right, well, let's see if we can't get it back together. So this was in here, just like that. And the pivot was in an odd way down in there like so. Or no. Au contraire, mon frère. It was down this way. Yeah, it was like that. I think I can put these barrel spacers in right here. I'm going to wipe them down because, man, this was really oily back here. And they have that sticky grease on them. All right, let's do one at a time. Yeah, I mean, hey, this video is going to take a minute. Because I am out of my realm. I have gone into another kingdom and trespassed, and now I'm having to navigate. But this will be for the diehards, those that are going to stick it out, press play and then multitask or something. I don't know. I end up having to watch certain videos many times. Not my videos, but because of that, videos that I'm watching, because I get busy doing other stuff, and then the video's over, and I'm like, I missed it. So then I gotta go back, watch it again, and watch it again. I do the same thing with Netflix sometimes. I'll put something on and get busy. I think the pocket clip goes on the other side. This side just had this barrel spacer, like so. I think so. I think that's correct. All right, so I think we were like this. And then, which side had what? What was on this side? This side was the collar and the button. Yeah, okay. The collar and the button. So the button clearly had to go down in there, and then the collar holds the button down. But was the spring? The spring was on this side too. Yeah. The spring literally sat down over the button like that. Okay. And then this collar. Has it got a channel for the spring? Yeah, it does. Like so. Okay. A little T6. Oh, okay. So when you press that button in, it functions here and moves the lock out of the way. Look at that. Got it. Gotcha. Well, now I can see moving parts. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna oil none of that. I think that's just a recipe for lock stick and all kinds of weird stuff. Not gonna do it. All right, backspacer can go. Come on, check it out, man. Click your heels. Say something about Kansas. I don't know. All right. Let's go that way. I don't know. I always wonder if it makes a difference. I don't think it does. I think the distance that the blade sticks out is equal. Or the bearing. I think this is the way I found it, right here. And then this just goes on top. I mean, I'm pretty good, ain't I? Am I saying that too soon? Should I like do an action run before I get too full of myself? Nah, I'm gonna trust it. I'm just gonna trust it, man. Is that T8? T6. How about I trust it enough to do one screw? I mean, it feels better. Let's wrap up. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Kind of fun. You know what I mean? Kind of fun. How much tension's on this pocket clip? Should I fix it now? Put a little tension on it? I think so. I think I'm gonna... It's just steel. Bruce Spring steel. Yeah, let's... I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't like a weak pocket clip. All right, I'm going to go with that. No matter where it is. If I have to, I'll take it off again. Ugh. Gotcha, sucker. Yeah, I think there's going to be pretty good tension on that clip. I felt it the whole way in. Yeah. All right, let's get rid of all this stuff. And I'm not sure that there's a detent adjustment, but let's check for play. Nope. Nope. Rock solid. Okay. Do a little finally wipe down, dippity-doo. That 14C. All the little peripheries. There we go. All right, man. Where are we at? Okay. I mean, we're a little long at this point, but let's check this action. Look at this stuff, man. Oh, it's so good. Top flip, or front flip, I guess, and then reach over. Nice and loose, man. Yeah, super locked up. Let's talk about this action. So, I mean, it's unique. I don't have a lot to measure it against, but the front flipper takes some figuring out position. And the reason is, I'll tell you, it's because it's got this back flipper that's right there. So if you hold it wrong, like there, you're locking yourself out of it. So you got to get clear. But it's running really well. Just the slightest amount of tension on that button and you can run that back in. Is it drop shut now? Yeah, 100%. Wonder if I can fail it now. Yeah. Well, again, this came around and got my fingers, so just a little bit of tension on that and get out of the way and that thing will run. I mean, for what it is, I'm going to say for this pivot lock button thing, It's got an A action. It's really good. And I mean, a fidget toy, fidget monster. You know, if you had this in the console of your truck, I mean, how could you not just pull it out and mess with the deployments and then try to perfect this reach over? Because, you know, we all want to have a good reach over. And, yeah, man. Yeah, pretty cool. Ergonomics. So, it's slender. It's not super refined. The jimping on the spine is sharp. I can get past it, but barely. It's got good jimping. Oddly enough, man, this back flipper provides just, I mean, it's just hollowed out enough, and there's just enough there for me to say, not so confident, confident, very confident. This is a confident grip. Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, I feel really locked in here. I wonder how strong that lock is. And that's got to be part of the ergonomics. I mean, should be part of the action, I guess. But is that lock is it trustworthy? Yeah. I mean, I didn't really see how it lock. Well, no, it's a liner lock. Look, it's right there. Yeah, so I can see it on the blade. It's all the button does is get it out of the way. Okay. Calm down, man. Acting like that little fork thing was the lock. That's what I was thinking there. Ugh. Man. I mean, I'll start a riot up in here. Stupid. All right. Pocket clip. I'm confident here. Over the thick stuff. Ooh, yeah, I put a lot of tension on it. Calm down. I maybe should have left it be. Ah, there it goes. So it's not super deep carry. You got, I don't know, a quarter of an inch sticking out there. It's kind of like that dude from SpongeBob, that one-eyed, what's his name? I can't, Plankton, like his eyes sticking out of the pocket there. Yeah, wonderful tension on the pocket clip though. One hand in, one hand out. Pretty nice. My spot back here. I dig it. Very cool. Yeah. Excellent tension on the clip. Easy one hand in, one hand out. Safety. Can I get that blade? Nope. How about the tip? Nope. So the clip's good, the tip's good, and I'm confident I could put this in my pocket without making blade contact. Yeah. Wonder if it's sharp. I did have a piece of paper on time waiting. I mean, yeah, it's wonderfully sharp. I dig it. Good job. All right, price and availability. Where is it? What do we got to pay for it? All right. So I did find a few of these on eBay. They're right around $45. Yeah, $45 to $50. White Mountain knives, which, you know, I really dig White Mountain knives. No tax, no shipping charge, and the DM10 code down below gets you 10% off of their pricing, and their pricing is typically in line with everybody else's. So at the end of the day, you can buy everything for about 10% less there. And then depending on your local tax, I mean, a lot of people around the country are at 8 to 10% sales tax. So it's almost 20% less if you do the evaluation. So I like to definitely look there first. And listen, I have an affiliate code which gets you that 10%, but they give me nothing. I'm telling you straight, as purchasing knives, that some of the deals that they swing, I just, being frugal and a discerning man, price shopping stuff as far as to go even to DHgate and AliExpress and, sort of to the dark web for pricing and availability on certain things. I mean, White Mountain Knives is definitely a go-to for me. And if they ran you a list of my purchases, you'd see what I'm talking about. And this was one. I bought this from White Mountain Knives. And unfortunately, they don't have any of these. They don't have them in the titanium. They don't have them in this version. They don't have them in any version. So eBay's kind of the place to go. But you're looking at around $45 for them on eBay. Is this a $45 knife? I mean, it's 14C. And it's super unique with that button. I mean, it looks like plastic, so that kind of threw me, but it's not. It's metal, metal collar, metal liners, Bruce spring steel holding it down in your pocket, back flipper, reach over, but you got to perfect your reach over. Got to work on your reach over. And then a front flipper. And of course the button. I mean, come on, man. That's a $45 knife all day long. Very cool. A lot of coolness here for 45 bucks. And you can Pakal grip this knife. Look at this. And I'm capped. I'm solid. I'm away from the blade. I'm away from the button. This is legit right here. You can definitely reverse grip it. Yep. In both cases, you're locked in. So this thing's got a lot going for it for 45 bucks. All right, man. Appreciate y'all watching.